Welcome once again to Abigail Eagan's Eagle Court of Honor. I am John Crotty, a former Scoutmaster and current Assistant Scoutmaster of Troop 8039, Boys and Girls. I am the Master of Ceremonies for today's Eagle Court of Honor. Now, without further ado, let's begin the ceremony. I will now ask Aubrey Budge to lead the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Following that, Taliesin Tallman and Fenway Niquette will lead us in the Scout Oath and the Scout Law.
Please rise if you are able to, and remove all non-religious hats and headgear. Color guard attention. Please present the colors. Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2.
Taliesin Tallman and Fenway Niquette, please come forward to lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's go outside.
All right. Scout Oath. On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty, to guard my country, and to obey the Scout laws, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scout Law.
Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Thank you. Please place the colors. Thank you. Color guard is dismissed. For our invocation, I would invite Pastor Bill to please come up and give us the invocation for today's ceremony.
Please be seated. Let us open our hearts in prayer. Dear God, Spirit of life and love, Creator of the mountains and the forests, it is good to be gathered here on the occasion of Abby receiving her Eagle Scout Award. We are thankful for the service she has given to her troop, community, and council. We are thankful for all those who made this day possible. Merit badge counselors, unit leaders, fellow scouts, and most importantly, her family. For the trail to Eagle is often hard and lonely. We are thankful for her Eagle project, but most importantly, we are thankful for Abby's scouting career. May all that is holy hear our prayers. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Bill. Will the Scouts of Troop 8039 please escort the parents of Abby to the front of the room? Thank you. And will Caleb Eagan, Eagle Scout, please escort Eagle candidate Abby Eagan to the front? Next, we will do the spirit of scouting. When a youth becomes a scout, there should be instilled within him or her that which we call the spirit of scouting. This lighted candle symbolizes that spirit because the spirit of scouting embodies the fine principles of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. It becomes the shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light might be feeble, but when multiplied by the millions of years of scouting, it can become very powerful.
After a youth has entered scouting, the scout law that he or she has promised to obey is put into effect as occasions may demand. And so, one by one, the symbols that stand for the parts of the scout law are lighted. There are 12 parts to the scout law, all important and all meaningful. Each is an important cornerstone in the building of a strong character. The scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And finally, in the 3 points of the Scout Oath, which we heard during the opening ceremony, each Scout promises on their honor to do their best to do their duty. First, to God and His country. Second, to others by helping other people at all times. And third, to the self by keeping oneself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. You see how the light from the spirit of scouting grows and becomes stronger? These, in outline, are the basic ideals of scouting to which each youth subscribes when they become a scout.
Indeed, the spirit of scouting is something that is found within every scout, especially those who work their hardest to climb the trail to Eagle. In fact, if you listen closely to the following words delivered by the voice of the Eagle, you will discover the spirit of scouting coursing through each and every part. Next, we will deal with the voice of the Eagle. This is the voice of the Eagle. The eagle whose heights you struggled hard to reach. We remember well when you first came to the base of that cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look back over the cliff you have climbed. Look back at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten, and you should profit by making sure that the adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you will heed its teachings.
We remember when you took your first step upon the trail that leads upward. With your first step, you began to start living the Scout oath and law. All the while you were on the trail, we watched you study, and then we watched you learn by doing. First, you were only a candidate, building yourself physically, mentally, and morally. Then your fellow scouts called you a tenderfoot, and they were right. You were indeed a tenderfoot.
But not for long, for soon you reached the first ledge, and there you were greeted by a group of second-class scouts. Some, like yourself, were to catch their breath before continuing on the trail. You began to study more, you worked harder, and almost before you know it, you came to another ledge, the ledge of first-class scouts.
There you found a tempting green meadow by a crystal clear stream and bathed by the sun. Here you were tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there and lived in first class glory, but your ambitions stirred you on. We next remember your progress when you became a Star Scout. You found the trail from first class had been an optical illusion. It is not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on, and again, you climbed further.
Now the trail was steeper, and now it was less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be heading in your direction. You looked back and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few before you. And with the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued on your trail. Soon it was the badge of Life Scout, the heart badge that was placed on your uniform. You will never forget the thoughts in your heart. It has been experienced by most scouts on reaching the ledge of life. Now I am close to Eagle, I will carry on. The trail became tougher, but more interesting. The original simple principles of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law had new and fuller meaning. Your understanding of them was greater.
Yes, we have watched your character unfold and grow. We have watched your leadership ability expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all of these things in you. And now that you are at the threshold of your goal, we welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner. Will Eagle candidate Abigail Eagan now stand to receive the Eagle Award? We will now do the Eagle presentation.
Abigail, I'd like to present you with the Eagle Scout certificate here. Everyone look at this. It was a long time coming, but it's here. We also have a pack we'd like to present. We also have the kerchief and the slide.
Congratulations.
Troop 8039 Scoutmaster Nancy Taylor will now give the Eagle Charge, followed by Caleb Eagan giving the Eagle Oath.
I ask that you listen carefully to these words and weigh their meanings in your heart. I have the honor to give you, Abigail Eagan, the Eagle Scout Charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest award of scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by Scouting America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked woman. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to your country, and to your fellow Scouts, and to humankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your fellow Scouts. America has many good things to give to you and your children after you, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has a great past. You can make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and your fellow citizens. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired by fire living. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you, Abigail Eagan, to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on a solid foundation of clean living, honest work, selfless citizenship, and reverence for God. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every Scout may be proud.
If all Eagle Scouts in attendance today would like to stand and join me in repeating the Eagle Oath. Scout time. I promise to undertake my citizenship with a solemn dedication.
I promise to undertake my citizenship with a solemn dedication.
To be a leader, but to only lead toward the best.
To be a leader, but lead.
To lift every task I do and every office I hold.
To lift every task I do and every office I hold.
To the high level of service to God and my community.
To the high level of service to God and my community.
I promise to so live and serve that those who know me will be inspired to the finest living.
I promise to live and serve that those that know me will be inspired to the finest living.
I promise to be among those who dedicate
I promise to be among those who dedicate
their skills, heart, and hands to the common good.
their skills, heart, and hands to the common good.
I promise to help build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, and reverence to God.
I promise to build America on a solid foundation.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
This I pledge my sacred honor.
2.
We're fortunate to have some of our local leaders and government officials present today. I will now invite them to come up and talk. And if they wish to give any words of advice or congratulations to Abby.
I have a couple of presentations as the committee chair of the troop. Not only Abby's father, but I've had the privilege of being committee chair. This is from Representative Stefanik, Congress of the United States, House of Representatives Certificate of Special Recognition presented to Abigail Eagan in recognition of your dedication to your community, your fellow scouts of Troop 839, that you are granted the rank of Eagle Scout. From the New York State Senate, Senator Daniel Stec. I'm not going to read the entire proclamation. Well, Abby, you and I will read it. But Senator Dan congratulating Abigail Eagan upon the occasion of receiving the distinguished rank of Eagle Scout, the most prestigious of scouting honors. Whereas. So that I, New York State Senator Dan Stec, honor Abigail Eagan upon earning the rank of Eagle Scout, and be it that proclaimed that a copy of this proclamation be transmitted to Abigail.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here in this special place. I think it's appropriate that we're here in the North Country Veterans Association building here because, like many of our veterans give so much, our scouts do as well. So I want to congratulate everyone for bringing us to this day, and especially you, Abby, on this wonderful, wonderful accomplishment. And I want to thank you for being a shining example to not only my daughter, but many young ladies here in the North Country for integrity and giving of public service. So congratulations. And I too have a citation, if you want to. Is she allowed in the home? She's been there the whole time. So. And I have a lot of whereases as well. Obviously, we all know here how much Abby has accomplished in giving back to the community and getting to this goal of being an Eagle Scout. But I will read just a few. Whereas, this is a New York State Assembly citation, whereas a great state is only as great as those individuals who give exemplary service to their community, whether through participation in voluntary programs, through unique achievement in their profession or other endeavors, or simply through a lifetime of good service. Whereas as a citizen of the North Country, Abigail has made her community proud through her many hours of community service, dedication to conservation, and outstanding personal achievement, and plans to continue this in the North Country upon completion of a nursing degree, which she will start at SUNY Plattsburgh this fall. I therefore be it resolved that as a duly elected member of the New York State Assembly, I recognize an Abigail Eagan. We have an outstanding individual who is certainly worthy of the esteem of both her community and the great state of New York. Congratulations. I'll introduce the mayor.
Well, I don't have the states, in the city we don't have as much as the states. Anyways, what an incredible year. I mean, to do this while you're second in your class in Beekmantown, and then just the fact that you're going to go on to be an RN. is so important. I mean, we are so short nurses in this. I'm so proud to be here today, and thank you for inviting me. And when you have veterans and Boy Scouts, I mean, what a great combination. So thank you. And this is a proclamation from me, the mayor of the city of Plattsburgh, recognizing you as being the first Eagle Scout, female Eagle Scout. Congratulations. Go for it.
This isn't my first court of honor, and I recommended the last time, and I see that it hasn't made it into the program. There should be a 13th law, and it should be politicians should be brief and be seated. So I do just that. Billy will work on that for the next one. Congratulations. You exemplify service and community. We're just very proud of you. And the last thing I want to say is somebody that's a member of the University Council over at Plattsburgh University, you exemplify the type of students of the North Country that we want to see here. We're glad that you're staying here. We wish you the best success moving forward, and anything that we can do to support your future, you let us know, because you truly are the Eagle. Thank you. Congratulations.
So it's been a privilege to be the committee chair of Troop 8039 meeting in Plattsburgh. And then we also work very closely with Troop 46, which we have some members of Troop 46, and Mark Sam with the Scoutmaster here today. Kind of our brother-sister troop. They now have a girl troop, so that's excellent. Exciting time for me as a father of Abby and Caleb recently as the Eagle Scout as well. But as a committee chair of the troop, to see many of our scouts come and make the rank of Eagle, and to see our Scoutmasters work hard with them. And we have a few Life Scouts in the room that are working to hopefully get Eagle in the next year or two as well. So it's been a privilege to be the committee chair of the troop. It's been a privilege to be in that role and help guide the troop committee and the Scoutmasters over through the years as I stepped down to an assistant Scoutmaster role. But I did want to just thank you all for being here on behalf of the troop, on behalf of Abigail and our family. It's funny you mentioned that there should be a third law. Mr. Gunther is in the room, and Mr. Gunther, when he was an assistant Scoutmaster with the troop, would say a scout is, and then we would fill in the blank with all kinds of things, whatever we were trying to teach in the moment. So a scout is determined, that would be Abby, okay? And a scout is humorous, Abby. Scout loves music, Abby. So there's a lot of things you can fill in the blank, a scout is. So we've actually done that, not officially, no laws. You guys can work on the law part of it. But again, thank you for being here. I did want to open the floor. I know there's at least one person that wanted to come up and speak to Abby. But I would ask before we do that, Jeanette, please stand up. Nancy, please stand up. Jeanette was Abigail's Scoutmaster when she first joined the troop. And Nancy is the current Scoutmaster of both the boy and the girl troop. And I just wanted to publicly thank both of you. Boy Scouts of America became Scouts of America and now Scouting America. In 2018, they allowed and invited girls to be a part. Girl Scouts didn't like that, but they've worked that out, I think, over the years. And Abby was actually, as you can see in the program, she started out as a Girl Scout with her sisters and others. But this is a different program, as I've been a part of both. There's definitely a different program. Abby was drawn to this and the goals and earning the rank. And Jeanette would tell me, oh my gosh, she's amazing, because Jeanette would assign her homework and she'd go and do scouting homework. And she just moved up to the ranks. And so it was a very much thank you to Jeanette for encouraging Abby in those first several ranks and going to camp and guiding not only Abby, but our other girls in their scouting journey. So thank you. And Nancy currently, who continues to guide our scouts. So I just wanted to give them a round of applause and thank them. It's just been a pleasure to go have families be able to bring both their sons and their daughters. We have several siblings in the troop, and it's been a unique blessing. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge having siblings together in the troop, but we teach them to be scouts to each other, so that's important too. Nancy, I think you wanted to say a few words, and if there's anyone else that wanted to say anything to Abby briefly, as our fellow politicians have pointed out. I think I've gone longer than they have, so Nancy, come on up, and then if there's anybody else that wanted to share anything, and then we'll continue with the rest of the program.
So I wrote a little something, and there are no whereases and if-tos in here. Just a little. It is true, it is truly an honor to stand before you today to recognize an exceptional young person and celebrate one of the highest achievements in scouting, the Eagle Scout rank. Earning the Eagle rank is no small fact or feat. In fact, there's only about 4 to 6% of scouts that ever make it this far. It requires years of commitment, earning, learning, leadership, and services. But even more than that, it takes character, persistence, and heart. Today, we honor Abby, who embodies the values we strive to instill in every scout: trustworthiness, loyalty, helpful, and all of the points of the scout law. Sorry, I cannot see this. I've had the privilege of watching her grow from a new scout into a confident leader, someone who others look up to and who leads not just by words, but by example. It's been an honor to be a part of Abby's journey, learning alongside her. I was new to the scouting and troop level, as I've always been a Cub Master. She taught me patience, perseverance, loyalty, to leave no one behind, and without any words at all, made me conscious of who was watching me win and who was watching me quit. She quietly showed me that I needed to teach a scout to fish rather than just give them a fish. My leadership skills have been made better by her, and for that, I will be ever grateful. Her Eagle Scout project is often the most visible part of the journey, but it values behind the project that really is what matters most: service, leadership, planning, and following through. Abby demonstrated all of those qualities for her project, which can be seen outside this building. It's a beautiful lean-to for the veterans and visitors to enjoy. Abby, today is a celebration of what you've achieved, but more importantly, it is a reminder of what you are capable of in your future. You've earned this rank, but you've also earned responsibility. Eagle Scouts are looked to as role models, not just in scouting, but in their schools, their communities, and wherever life takes them. You join a proud tradition today, a brotherhood of leaders who strive to leave the world much better than the way they found it. To your family, I'd like to offer a heartfelt thank you. Eagles don't fly alone. Your support, encouragement, and probably a few nudges and pokes along the way were there to help make this day possible. Abby, I hope you wear this badge with pride, not for just what it says about your past, but for the kind of leader it calls you to be in this future. Congratulations again. I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
I don't have anything written out like Nancy does. I didn't prepare anything, but I would like to say a few words. A long time ago, I had 2 grandsons, and I told my daughter, you know, Scouts would be great for them. And she just said, no, no, no. But finally, when Josh was in 2nd grade, she said, okay, we'll give it a try. So I went to every Cub Scout meeting because they were both autistic, and they couldn't be, James especially couldn't be left alone. So I've been with the Cub Scouts for, seems like forever. Became this Cub Scout master, but before that, I had, oh Lord, somebody's gonna have to help me out. What is it? Webelos. Okay. So anyway, I had 3 scouts in Webelos. One of them is Aubrey, one is Kishonda, and the last one was Taliesin. I know he's here someplace. I saw him come up. And I took them through the aero flight, and they crossed over to the troop, and that's when the girls joined. And then I was Scoutmaster all of a sudden. Plus those 2 boys, you know, that has been a chore like you wouldn't believe. But anyways, Josh is an Eagle. My father was the Scoutmaster of his troop in town. I have one brother that's an Eagle Scout. Both of his children and both of my other brother's children are Eagle Scouts. So Scouts is in the family, but I never had anything to do with it. But so I loved it. I really did. And then Abby joined our troop when she was in 8th grade, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh my gosh, she's a Girl Scout, and she wants to come be with us. And so she came to join with us. And like Nancy said, she's just incredible. I mean, I'd send her an email and say, you need this, this, this to finish this. And the next time she came, even if it was 10, 12 items, she had them, all of them. And she's just been incredible. She was so quiet when she came, but what a leader she became. And I thank you very much.
Should I say? I will, but I'll keep it very brief because the other speakers have already said so much, about Abby and what a fantastic young lady she is. During my time as a Scoutmaster and as an Assistant Scoutmaster, Abby has been a fantastic individual, a fantastic leader for the girls' troop. She's just a great student, a great individual, and we're all very blessed to have her with us in this troop. Thank you, Abby. And now, Abby will have an opportunity to say a few words and to give out mentor pins.
How many pages? You're allowed.
Hello. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone for being here. To the public officials and government representatives who took time out of their busy schedules to be present today. All my Scoutmasters who played an important role in my scouting journey. Mr. Hines, Mr. Abigail, and the NCBA for their wonderful partnership. And ultimately, my friends, family, and fellow Scouts who continuously encourage me to do my best. I wouldn't be standing here today giving this speech without having received the guidance and support I've gotten from many of you before. Scouting has been a significant part of the program for the majority of my life. I joined Girl Scouts in kindergarten, but switched to Scouting America near the end of my 8th grade year, when I was only 14 years old. The program suited me better and impacted my life in more ways than imaginable, shaping me into who I am today. I have been taught a tremendous amount of skills, but it's the memories I made along the way I want to share with you. One of my favorite things about scouting is camp. One week-long adventure that is full of fun. Camp is where I made new friends, learned new things, and came out of my shell a little bit. My favorite memories were made when I took the rifle merit badge my second year of camp. I shot someone else's target, but I eventually improved. My third year of camp, I took the SUNY merit badge. On our first day, we almost got eaten by a snapping turtle. True story. Don't worry though, everyone was fine, and that did inspire our skit at the end of the week. The best one, I'd say. However, I did go home with an incomplete badge, but I later finished it with other girls in my troop. My fourth and final year of camp, I helped organize a group of scouts and counselors to sing Feliz Navidad during lunch on a rainy afternoon to brighten everyone's day. We all wore Christmas hats, and it was a lot of fun. Another valuable part of Scouts is the trips we take and outings we go on. Years ago, I was able to attend the Gettysburg trip in Pennsylvania as a youth scout with Troop 8039, and I had so much fun. The most memorable parts of this trip were when we went to West Virginia just for gas, and ended up going to 3 states in the span of like 5 minutes, right on call with the one and only Mark Sand. He was just trying to figure out where we were. Funny thing is, we had 2 of his sons with us. Another memory from this trip was when we went to Eisenhower's house in Gettysburg. I remember laying on his mini golf course and almost getting in trouble, but I also obtained my famous I like Ike pin that I wear in my uniform. Overall, scouting is a gift and was a great experience for me to help me grow and flourish. And it is a true honor to be the first female Eagle Scout in the Adirondack District. Now I would like to take some time to acknowledge specific people who impacted my scouting career and to let them know. First is Miss Jeanette McCool, my first Scoutmaster. I'm awarding her with a mentor from today because she's played a huge role in my scouting career. She's taught me so many things and has done so much for me to get to this point. I cannot thank her enough. I only wish to be half as wise as she is someday. Next is Mr. Robert Patrick. Mr. Patrick has been a part of every board of review that I've ever had. He's seen my growth and only contributed to it further. He's presented me with so many awards, and now it's his turn. The last mentor pin I am giving out is for Mr. John Crowdy, the wonderful MC for today's ceremony. Mr. Crowdy helped me work on numerous merit badges and always has a joke to tell. He really knew how to put a smile on everyone's face. Now I have a grandparent pin for my grandfather, Papa Eagan, to recognize him for always supporting my path to the Eagle and becoming the Mayor. Finally, I'd like to invite up my wonderful mom and dad to receive the honor.
Wait, slow down.
Is this statement fantastic or what? Let's give another round of applause to Abby. All good things must come to an end, including this ceremony, and we will close it out shortly. Before that, I want to thank you all for attending today and coming to Abby's Eagle Court of Honor and being here to celebrate her. This is a truly amazing achievement, one that she will celebrate for the rest of her life. When we are finished, please feel free to have some refreshments at the back of the room and converse with others. I will now invite Pastor Bill to come back and give us a benediction. And then we will have Aubrey Brudge lead the closing out of the ceremony.
Let us join together in prayer. Holy and loving God, an Eagle Scout Court of Honor marks the end of one journey, a journey of participating in Scouting. Now a new journey begins with a commitment to better Scouting, where all may participate. Bless all of Abby's future endeavors. May each of us be committed to Scouting's ideals, which instruct us to lead better lives, to be better citizens, and to be a better example of leadership. May we always seek the obvious and find the unknown. May we always follow our own trails. God be with us until we meet again. Amen.
Amen.
Will the color guard please come up? Please rise if you are able to. Scout salute. Color guard, please retire the colors. And two.
Thank you again for attending this Eagle Court of Honor. This Eagle Court of Honor is now concluded.